And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. Alrighty, folks, today's a big old Sunday. We've got games kicking off in exactly 59 minutes, so it is our pregame show. We're going to be breaking down the matchups here. Last second, pick all the winners and losers from today's action. We'll play around with the playoff predictor as we're talking all through the games to see what the playoff picture is going to be looking like at the end of today. And we'll give y'all final second best bets because I think I'm going to be liking two great bets here. One of our favorite prop bets, points by a team in the first half. I don't know what they are, but I think we're going to take them regardless of what they are because I'm feeling two big scores today. So let's get into it all. But first, we got to do our NBA Daily 10. We're going to put 10 minutes on the clock, strictly sticking to these 10 minutes right here. So 10 minutes on the clock, next 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. So 10 minutes start right now. Already a handful of games on in the NBA last night, and we had one bet going, and unfortunately did not go our way. But let's start here with the first game up, Magic at the Clippers, and Cole Anthony down 3 points. What does Cole Anthony do, y'all? Step back, 3-point, drains it, ties the game at 104. Cole Anthony, folks, how many times do we have to tell you about this man? That is the only reason we like this Magic team at all is because of Cole Anthony, and he was clutch as heck last night. Ties the game at 104, but then, unfortunately, there was somebody else clutch as heck, and his name is Reggie Jackson for the Clippers. He goes and hits a little bit of a mid-range jumper right here from the field. Bango, drains it, and the Clippers win 106-104. So Cole Anthony got it done. Unfortunately, Reggie Jackson got it done as well. So Cole Anthony for the Magic, 23 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 5 of 8 from 3. We can always rely on Cole Anthony. And then for the Clippers, we had Reggie Jackson with the game winner, led the team in scoring, 25 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the Clippers won this game with no Paul George. Great effort here by the Clippers last night. We had Terrence Mann filling in at the 3 for Paul George, 16 points, 9 rebounds, and he shot 62%. Absolutely fantastic. Luke Kennard with 23 points, and then Zubac down low, 10 points, 6 rebounds, enough to give the Clippers the win there. But Cole Anthony, folks, this is why we shout him out every single time we talk about the Magic. It's because it's mother-loving Cole Anthony. Get that man off the Magic because that man can hoop, and that man needs a ring ASAP. Cole Anthony, folks. Love it. All right, next game up here, Jazz at the Wizards, and the Jazz blow out the Wizards here, 123-98. I mean, this Jazz team is just blowing out team after team after team after team because they're so gosh dang deep. Mike Conley, 11 points, 8 assists. Donovan Mitchell, 28 points, led the team in scoring. Rudy Gobert, 20 points, 11 rebounds, fantastic. Bogdanovich, 16 points, 2 of 4 from the 3, shooting 50% on 12 shots. All that is fantastic, like we know. And then we get the bench. Hassan Whiteside, a monster game last night. 19 minutes off the bench and 18 points and 14 rebounds. Yes, sir, get it done. Jordan Clarkson off the bench, 11 points, 5 assists, enough to get it done. Rudy Gay off the bench. He played 18 minutes, took 6 shots, only put up 3 points, but he was a plus 12 on the floor. Yes, sir. Deep dish pizza here. The Utah Jazz are, folks. And then for the Wizards, an unfortunate loss last night. No Kyle Kuzma, so Denny Avdija fills in for him at the 4, and Denny Avdija did not play that well. Only took 6 shots, but only 4.6 rebounds. Bradley Beal tried his damnedest, 21 points, led the team in scoring, and besides that, everything else was a little lackluster overall. Montrezl Harrell off the bench, 9 points, 5 rebounds, solid production there. And then we had Raul Neto, 13 points as well off the bench. But this Wizards team, we never really bought them in the beginning when they were really dominant. At one point, they were the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, folks. We weren't really buying them at that point. We like some pieces here and there, but overall, they're not that consistent. And now we're getting Kyle Kuzma out of the starting line, or out of the lineup and out of playing. So not great here. Wizards getting dominated here by a deep Jazz team. All right, next game up here, Kings at the Cavs, and the Cavs get the big ol' win here, 117-103, ginormous win here for the Cavs. Jared Allen, 19 points, 11 rebounds, always getting it done. Isaac Okoro, 20 points. We had Darius Garland, 16 points, 13 assists, and then rookie Evan Mobley, 15 points, 15 rebounds, a plus 20 on the floor, and he was the highest plus-minus for this Cavs team. And then the bench, folks. I know we talk about the Jazz being deep, and I'm going to talk about this Cavs team being a little bit deep here, folks. We're talking Ricky Rubio, Kevin Love, and C.D. Osman, and I know that's not as glamorous as Joe Ingles, Hassan Whiteside, and Jordan Clarkson of the Jazz, but I mean, sheesh, folks. This Cavs team, they've got it, folks. This is a scrappy team of all kind of tier 2 players that are playing absolutely amazing during this great stretch that they're on. Ricky Rubio, 15 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Kevin Love, 11 points, 4 rebounds in only 13 minutes. And then C.D. Osman, another great production here off the bench, 18 points, 3rd leading scorer off the team, even though he's coming off the bench here, 18 points. He shot 37%, 4 of 10 from the 3, but I'll take 18 points and a plus 7 on the floor. Love what this Cavs team is doing. And then for the Kings last night, anybody get it done? No. De'Aaron Fox, 13 points and only 1 assist, a minus 24 on the floor. Nothing great there. The leading scorer was Buddy Hield off the bench, 21 points, 4 of 10 from the 3. Fantastic. Davion Mitchell off the bench in 25 minutes, 14 points, 5 assists. So that was the Kings. They're nothing good. Everything's sporadic. They don't really have a true starting roster, and it truly seems like they're actively looking and shopping these players up until the trade deadline. So nothing great by the Kings there. Cavs get the win. Then we go to the Bulls and the Heat, and the Bulls get dominated here by a Heat with no Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Not having DeMar DeRozan here for the Bulls is truly hurting this team overall, and now there's no buyability in this team as long as they don't have their core 4. So we're not going to be betting on them, and it's going to be hard getting behind this Bulls team, getting dominated here on the road, 92-118 loss. Let's start here with the Heat since they got the win. Duncan Robinson filling in at the 3 here. 26 points, led the team in scoring, and he shot very well. A great game by Duncan Robinson, and we need this by him as long as Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler are out. It's really going to fall on Duncan Robinson's shoulders to be the primary scorer here while those 2 stars are out for the Heat. So he got it done this game. We'll see if he can keep it up. Kyle Lowry, 16 points, 14 assists, a fantastic game. Dwayne Dedmon filling in at the 5 for Bam Adebayo, 20 points, 12 rebounds. That's definitely like what Bam Adebayo gives us. So fantastic there. And then off the bench, Tyler Hero, 17 points. Fantastic. 3 of 9 from the 3. And then KZ Okpala, 10 points and 4 rebounds. Also, let's shout out Max Struss, 9 points off the bench as well. Enough for the Heat. And then for the Bulls, I mean, we get Lonzo Ball, 15 points, only 3 assists. Come on, you've got to be the facilitator here. We know there's no DeMar DeRozan, so you have to pick up scoring at some point. But still, Lonzo, you can't lose your role of the facilitator here. We had Zach LaVine, 33 big O points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Vucevic, a little off last night, 10 points, but on 20% shooting on 15 shots. He did have 8 rebounds. And then besides, the big 3, there's nobody scoring on this team because that's what we know this Bulls team is. So Bulls get dominated. Last 3 games up here, Rockets at the Grizzlies, and the Rockets, they lost. They broke their 7-game winning streak, and now they lost again. Unfortunate. They lose 113-106 here for the Rockets. Daniel Tice is in the starting lineup now. That's why they lose. Are we seeing the correlation now here? During that 7-game winning streak, he barely played. He's back in the game, and they're back to losing. Get Daniel Tice off of the Rockets. Stop playing this man, please. Daniel Tice last night in 18 minutes, 8 points. He had 6 rebounds, but a -6 on the floor overall. Christian Wood, 22 points, 11 rebounds. We had off the bench Armani Brooks, 18 points. Alpen Sengun, 15 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. And Josh Christopher, 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds for them. Just unfortunate to come up a little bit small to this Grizzlies team once again without John Morant. So Tyus Jones in at the 13.6 assists. We had Desmond Bane, 19 points. We had Kyle Anderson, 16.7 rebounds, and Dylan Brooks led the team in scoring with 25 points. This Rockets team, we'll see. We'll give them these 2 losses here. Winning 7 straight is truly impressive. We'll give them a little bit of these 2 losses here, but they got to get back on track. Stop playing Daniel Tice. All right, the game that we bet last night, Warriors at the 76ers. We took the Warriors -3, and they lose by 9. Darn. 76ers get the win here, 102-93 over the Warriors, and this is great looking, showing performance here by the 76ers last night. Joel Embiid, 26 points, 9 rebounds. Seth Curry, a little off last night, 10 points, 0 of 3 from the 3. Tyrese Maxey, 14 points. He had 2 assists. Tobias Harris with 16 big old points. Off the bench, nothing fantastic. Shake Milton with 10 points, enough to give him the win. And then for the Warriors, Steph Curry chasing that kind of 3-point record a little bit too much. He shot 3 of 14 from the 3, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Jordan Poole led the team in scoring, 23 points. He's been so gosh dang good. And then Andrew Wiggins, a nice 20 points, unfortunately come up a little bit small here, losing by 9. And then the last game of the night, the Nuggets at the Spurs. Nuggets get the win here on their back-to-back series. Aaron Gordon, 16 points. Jokic, 35 points, 17 rebounds, absolutely fantastic. And then Monte Morris with 19 points. But look at this bench. Marcus Howard, 21 points. And Bones Highland, 16 points, fantastic off the bench. And then for the Spurs, just coming up short, the leading scorer was Lonnie Walker off the bench with 16 points. That tells you all you need to know that the Spurs were not winning that game. Alrighty, and that is our 10 minutes. Woof, just got it in time. Alrighty, so that was all the NBA from last night. We're not going to be betting the NBA today because we're betting football today, baby. We don't give a damn about the NBA today. We care about winning these football bets. So now let's start talking about what the heck is going on here in the NFL today. So let's just quickly get a nice rundown here. Let's see if what people are talking about on Twitter, and then we will start breaking down the games and predicting who's going to win and seeing how that's going to impact the overall playoffs. We've got the playoff machine up here, folks. We're going to go through, pick the winners. We couldn't fit this in yesterday's show, so it's the perfect time to play around with that today, talk through the matchups, make sure all of our bets are still good to go. We're not wavering on any. Spoiler alert, we are not, so don't worry. And then, like I said, I've got 2 great bets here. I want to really talk about points by a team in the first half where I think we could really get something great here. So we'll talk those through when we get to those matchups. But just quickly, scrolling Twitter, what do we have to talk about? Anything going crazy that we have to talk about? I did not really see anything, and there's, once again, like I said, I don't really see there being any big, wow, last second, oh my God, he's out. So basically, everybody's good to go, and yeah, let's just start breaking down some matchups here. Here we go. Who do we got out here? Ravens cornerback Jimmy Smith is out for the Browns. We know there's a lot of this Ravens defense banged up over the last couple of weeks. So once again, Kevin Stefanski must take advantage. He must win today, folks. We are putting enormous amounts of pressure on Kevin Stefanski. This is truly a image-defining game for Kevin Stefanski, in our opinion. He must get it done. We'll talk about it more when we break down the matchup when we get to the playoff machine. Alvin Kamara is expected to play today. That's big time for the Saints. Need him to go. We got Elijah Moore being placed on IR for the Jets, so that's truly going to be unfortunate for the Jets here. A great, up-and-coming rookie here for the wide receiver position. And we know, Zach Wilson definitely needs all the help he can get. He's still not looking great overall. We get Richard Sherman expected to play today. What do we got? David Johnson, running back for the Texans, placed on the COVID-19 list, so he is not going to play, but they don't run him anyways. So we want him to run the ball. We like what David Johnson can do, but we know the Texans really have not been using him the entire year. That seems to really be the main ones, folks, truly. So, alrighty, let's start at the playoff machine. Let's start these matchups here, talk them through, and see what we've got going on. So here we go. First matchup up here, Falcons at the Panthers. And I'm hearing reports here that the Panthers are going to keep Matt Rule for the next season, folks. Here it is. Panthers are expected to retain Matt Rule and give him at least one more season. And I really think that's the wrong decision. I get rid of this man at the end of the season. He is just not panning out, folks. And I don't like how he's been handling losing and not having immediate success. If something's not working, Matt Rule has no debate of just throwing that person in the trash. Remember, Teddy Bridgewater last year. Teddy Bridgewater had no Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers won 4 games, but they never really got blown out. They were always competitive in those games. And what does Matt Rule do? Even though Teddy Bridgewater had one of his best seasons ever, he gets rid of him just like that. All right, maybe maybe Matt Rule didn't really want Teddy Bridgewater. Sam Darnold was available. All right, maybe we can look past Matt Rule's decision of getting rid of Teddy Bridgewater. And then he brings in Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's not really winning any more games than Teddy Bridgewater did. Then he goes down, and then Matt Rule brings in Cam Newton. Why would you bring in Cam Newton when you've got PJ Walker off the bench here that has been with this team, that can, fill in and doesn't really need to learn the entire playbook because he's been here the entire offseason practicing and getting the reps. And then you look to Cam Newton to bring the team back, and then Cam Newton doesn't work. And then you fire your offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. It just seems like Matt Rule is looking for an excuse after excuse, not really looking at himself, expecting success to come immediate. We know it's hard to build success in the NFL, folks, and Matt Rule is trying to seem like it's a plug and play. Oh, I just need the perfect fit, and then we're good to go. It's just not working out. So I don't love Matt Rule being back next season, although that's what it's looking like, getting rid of their offensive coordinator. And that's why we still can't buy the Panthers this week. Why the Falcons plus 2.5. I want to recheck this bet to see if the line has changed any. This is one of our official picks in our lock section. Falcons plus 2.5. Let's see where the line is at right now. And it's still at Falcons plus 2.5. And I truly do not understand this line, folks. I truly say that Panthers minus 2.5 is a big old sucker bet, folks. I cannot count on this Panthers offense with no Christian McCaffrey, with Cam Newton, and they just fired their offensive coordinator last Sunday, folks. Last Sunday. They didn't even take advantage of the bye. They fired him basically after the bye. Sunday really kind of starts, after Sunday starts kind of the new week for most teams since they play on Sunday. So just don't love anything about the Panthers here. I don't understand why you all are not driving this line to like Falcons minus 5. Everybody should be betting Falcons plus 2.5 so much it falls to Falcons plus 2. You bet that so much it falls to Falcons plus 1.5. You bet that so much it falls to Falcons plus 1. That falls to Falcons on the plus 0. It's a pick 'em. The Falcons minus 1. The Falcons minus 2. The Falcons minus 3. The Falcons minus 4. The Falcons minus 5. That's what you all should have been doing. But here it is. Up with a great value of Falcons plus 2.5 at minus 105. Panthers minus 2.5 at minus 115. That's telling everybody that everybody's taking the Panthers minus 2.5, folks. I don't get it. Once again, will y'all stop betting Cam Newton? Stop betting the story. It's not the right play. It's not the smart financial play out here, folks. I cannot believe the Falcons is still at plus 2.5. Please hammer that. And I am ready to call this the best bet of the season, folks. Best bet of the year here. Falcons plus 2.5. How have y'all not bet this to Falcons minus 5? I don't get it. So we're still rocking Falcons plus 2.5. What is it, folks? I just don't get it. So we're clicking the Falcons here to win this week. Absolutely love it. Let's see what we get. Can we make a little bit more? Can we double down on we loving the Falcons so much? Let's go points by team in the first half here. See what the total is for the Falcons. So here we go. Points by team in the first half is over 9.5. We're taking that as well. We are betting twice here in this Falcons game. We're taking the Falcons plus 2.5, and we're taking them over 9.5 points in the first half. The Falcons will be able to get it done in the first half, folks. An easy turnover by Cam Newton. Falcons take advantage. That's some points right there. They put up their own points right there. Touchdown field goal, that hits it. Bingo bango. Loving that. Absolutely loving that. We will definitely take that. That's just one that we've got so far today, and that's not the one that I'm kind of alluding to and hinting to a little bit later in the show once we get to those matchups. But love the Falcons here tonight, folks. Today, 1 o'clock game. Cannot buy the Panthers at all, folks. Zero buyability in that team. So, with the Falcons winning outright, obviously nothing changes big time here in the NFC. Falcons, yeah, they're still in the playoff hunt because basically every team is, but we know they're really not going to get it. Unfortunate, the Panthers are really kind of knocking on the door as well. What do we got their record with this loss now? We get to Carolina falling to 5-7. So, we know the last final wild card spot heading into this week is the 49ers at 6-6. Panthers, potential trying to get that spot, but don't see them getting it with them losing today. All right, next matchup up here is the Ravens at the Browns, and man, oh man, we are putting big time emphasis on Kevin Stefanski this week. He must finally get it done. He has lost 3 times. They've met 3 times, Kevin Stefanski versus the Ravens, lost 3 times. Gotta get it done this week when you've only had to think about the Ravens for the last 3 weeks. We need Kevin Stefanski to finally pull out the win. The Ravens defense has been depleting over the last couple of weeks of all the injuries and all that. Browns at home. Browns must win this game. Our bonus pick of the week is just betting the Browns straight up on the money line, not swallowing the 3 points, and the line is still Ravens +3, Browns -3. So not playing around with the spread here, just betting it straight up here. And we're still taking the Browns, betting on Kevin Stefanski. So we got to see a great performance here by the Browns overall. Hopefully they've all kind of healed up a little bit. Baker Mayfield, injured left shoulder, not throwing shoulder, but still seems like it's affecting them a little bit. We've seen Baker Mayfield kind of decline from last season to this season, which, we've been seeing a lot with quarterbacks. Josh Allen from last season to this season, truly declining. We get Daniel Jones from last season to this season, really not improving at all, and I would say kind of declining a small bit as well. So we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks decline that aren't really kind of solidified A1, Tier 1 talents in this league, like the 3 quarterbacks we just named, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield. So Baker Mayfield, hopefully he can pull it out here, make the smart decisions, don't turn over the ball here. Hopefully this Browns defense can step it up a little bit. They are not going to be having their rookie quarterback, Greg Newsome. Unfortunately, he is out. We get rookie Greg Newsome has been diagnosed with a concussion and is out for this game against the Ravens. So defense taking a little bit of a hit, but overall, they are more healthy than what the Ravens are at this current moment. So we're going to predict that the Browns win here, and with the Browns winning this week, nothing really changes. They can't get in by just winning. The Ravens do fall to the 4th seed by just losing, having the 3 seed previous, losing the 3rd seed to the Chiefs by just losing alone. So it's gonna be a really great game overall. 1 o'clock slot, gonna be a great one. Ravens need to get this win, and Lamar Jackson truly needs to kind of play flawless to get kind of his name out of the national media. A lot of people are kind of banging on Lamar Jackson, and that doesn't really happen often. So when it does happen, it's kind of like, whoa, oh wow, they're finally taking the shots at Lamar Jackson, passing down the field. He's got to be better. We just watched him yesterday. in our film study. And yeah, just inaccurate dinks and dunks, and still not on the money there. So definitely he's got to be a little bit better of a passer today, and we'll see what Kevin Stefanski has learned from their first meeting a couple of weeks ago, and if he took advantage of the bye. Big emphasis on Kevin Stefanski this week, folks. He's this performance by the Browns is truly going to define our picture on what we believe Kevin Stefanski is as a head coach. So gotta see this man get it done today. Rooting for the Browns. We say the Browns win. Alrighty, next game up here, and this is one of the big bets I think we could get some great value in, folks. Absolutely great value. Next matchup up here, Seahawks at the Texans, and I am loving the Seahawks. Ever since the first time that we talked about this matchup on Thursday's show, folks, I've just been thinking when I go down to sleep at night, folks, I am just thinking, I'm like, Seahawks, I'm just thinking about the Seahawks offense. I'm like, they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done this week. The Texans, they give up the deep ball. They give up the big play. And the Seahawks team, they're looking for that deep play. And they've definitely got the receivers and the personnel to run the deep plays of DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And then, the quarterback delivering that deep ball. Russell Wilson can obviously do it here. So I really think, and then I was filling out my Fox Super 6 and all the kind of free games that there are on FanDuel that I do every single Sunday, and I've just been picking the Seahawks offense in literally all of those games there, and I'm loving it, folks. I truly think this Seahawks offense is going to be so gosh dang explosive. I think on my one of the free games on FanDuel where you pick high and low, I think I had the Seahawks as like the most passing yards and the most points. I truly think they're going to light it up, folks. They're still trying to get into the playoffs and all that. They're still trying to establish they're a great team. They still want Russell Wilson to be a Seahawk next year, so let's get him in the game a little bit more with throwing the deep ball, so he kind of doesn't look for other alternatives to play football in this offseason. I just have a really great feeling on the Seahawks this week, folks. That's all it is. It's just a feeling, but I really think it's a good, strong feeling, folks. So let's see what we can bet here with the Seahawks this week. Points by a team in the first half will go, and because I really think they're just going to be scoring all day long. So Seahawks -9, go ahead and take it. Let's see points by a team in the first half with the Seahawks. Points by a team in the first half over 13.5. That's kind of our maximum we take. We never take anything over 13.5, but we'll take it. Seahawks over 13.5 points in the first half. I just think they just score today. So Seahawks over 13.5 points in the first half. Can we bet on the point totals? Can I bet on some point totals here? I want to bet the Seahawks over 40 points. Is there a way I can do this, folks? Let's quickly see. We get game lines, touchdown scores, quarterback props. Should I do a quarterback prop? Passing yards, Russell Wilson over 240. Yep, give me that. Over 240 passing yards. Easy peasy right there. Yes, sir. That's another prop bet we're doing. All right. Can I do points? Just point totals. Don't think I can do that. Game props. What do we got? Here we go. Seahawks team total points over 25.5. Taking that as well. I'm loving the Seahawks offense today, folks. Putting up the points. So these are the three prop bets we're going to be rocking with today. Going off of our really great feeling that the Seahawks offense gets it done. Are y'all ready? Seahawks over 13.5 points in the first half. Russell Wilson over 240.5 passing yards, and the Seahawks putting up over 25.5 points. Over 25.5 points for the entirety of the game, folks. I'm loving the Seahawks today, folks. Loving the Seahawks offense. So obviously we're taking the Seahawks to win this game. And because the Seahawks win this game alone, obviously nothing changes in the NFC playoff picture. Seahawks not ready to start not ready, quite quite yet to win and starting to have the playoff picture truly shake up on their wins alone. They need help, and they need a lot of help, but first they need the wins. Loving the Seahawks today, folks. Are y'all listening to me? Seahawks offense is going to light it up. Oh my goodness. Cannot wait to make some money today with those 3 valuable money-making picks right there. Love it. Alrighty, next game up here. And we still got one more. So if you're not really feeling the Seahawks, we've still got one more matchup that we truly think we can get some great value, and we're going to be betting today. So next matchup up here, Raiders and the Chiefs, and man, oh man, we want to buy this Raiders team, folks, but this is the same old Raiders that they have been the last 2 seasons. They're good in the first half, first couple of games, they explode onto the scene, the offense is looking great, it's going to be their year, and then the middle of the season hits, and it's like, oh, this is not the team, this is not their year, this offense is not consistent at all. Chiefs at home, still got to give it to the Chiefs here, with the line being this big, we're still staying away from Chiefs minus 9.5. I truly don't know what's going to happen in this game. I would like to see the Raiders win this game. I want to see Derek Carr get it done. I want to see Rich Bisaccia be the guy here and be the head coach next year, getting the contract. I just don't see it. What confidence is there? The only confidence I would have of betting the Raiders today would be that the Raiders beat the Chiefs last season in Kansas City. That's the only way I would bet the Raiders plus 9.5. So we're just going to say that the Chiefs win this game here, and with the Chiefs winning this game, they go up to the 2nd seed, so the Chiefs cannot get the 1 seed this week, folks. The Patriots, they do not play this week. And with the Chiefs just winning outright, that does not change anything. So Chiefs going to have to kind of be at the number 2 seed with the win here. And that's just with them winning. So we'll see what happens if other teams win as well. We are not done with the overall matchups. All right, next game up here, Saints at the Jetson. Another game, probably stay away from overall. Jets at the Saints. Let's see what this line is officially at. And look at this, folks. Now, Seahawks over, and y'all are not listening to me. I see it. But Seahawks now over 24.5 points. It came down a full point, folks. Are y'all not listening to me? The Seahawks offense is going to be exploding all day long. Why did this line change a full point? That seems big drastic. Did something just break here? What do we got? Here we go. We get Urban Meyer indeed called his entire coaching staff, quote, losers. Jeez, he just confirmed it. Interesting. All right. Here we go. Back to what we were saying. What we were saying. Oh, we were looking to see if there was anything wrong with the Seahawks and why the line dropped a full point here of their overall points dropping from 25.5 points to 24.5. And nothing's breaking here, so y'all are just actively betting it down for me. Even better value for us. Will y'all take this, folks? Jeez. But back to the Saints at the Jets, folks. Saints at the Jets. This line has come down a full point here, and now it's back over to 25.5 points. That's what I'm talking about. Bet that up, baby. Bet it up. But Saints at the Jets. Saints minus 4.5. Jets plus 4.5. That Jets offense was great the first 3 possessions last week, but then didn't do anything for the rest of the game. Alvin Kamara is finally back here for the Saints, which is the biggest thing for them. Taysom Hill still getting the start. I think that's the right decision. So we'll say the Saints win this week, and with the Saints winning, it doesn't change anything in the playoff picture. Nothing in the AFC with the Jets losing because obviously they're not ready to make that official push to get in a wild card spot, and the Saints are not ready to do that either. We'll see if anything changes with other teams losing in the NFC, but let's talk about this next matchup coming up here. Jags at the Titans, and this is the Titans week to get back on track. I think this is a great week defensively for the Titans, and we've seen this Titans defense be great a handful of times this season. coming back from behind in the second half against Seattle, icing the game a couple of weeks ago. What game was it where the Titans defense helped out? It doesn't matter. This Titans defense has stepped up. I just had to pick up the Titans defense in fantasy for the playoffs this week because my Dolphins defense is on a bye. I'm trusting this Titans defense to get it done, and I think it's a big game here for the Titans. It's unfortunately it's against the Jaguars, so this is not going to be kind of an image redefining game for the Titans, whether they have a big win or anything like that. We're still going to think of this Titans team as, still a little shaky and not 100% buying into them still without Derrick Henry. So we'll say the Titans win the game here, and with the Titans winning, they still have that number 2 seed heading into next week. So whatever really happens this week, it does seem like so far that the Patriots will still be that number 1 seed regardless of what happens at the end of this week, which is great for the Patriots who are on the bye. So man, oh man, the Patriots still the number 1 seed in the AFC. They took 1 year off because of the COVID year, and now they're right back at it. Alrighty, next matchup up here, Cowboys at Washington, and this is the next matchup up here. I'm feeling so good, and I've got a great feeling about betting the Cowboys today, folks, and I'll tell you why. Throughout the week, there's been a lot of jawing going back and forth between the Cowboys' Mike McCarthy and Washington's Ron Rivera. Mike McCarthy says, we're going to win this game. I'm confident in that. And then Ron Rivera fires back saying he's made it about him now and what he said. It's not about his players anymore, so I think that's a big mistake. Basically, Mike McCarthy was guaranteeing a win, and Ron Rivera was like, man, oh man, he's made it about himself and not his players. Bad decision, wrong decision, and we're going to make him eat his own words. So all that's been going on this week. And then today, folks, the ultimate flex. So Mike McCarthy guarantees to win. Ron Rivera rebuttal saying, hey, wrong decision. And then the power play by Mike McCarthy. The big old power play here by Mike McCarthy says, oh, you think you're confident in getting the win here? Well, I'm going to bring my own bleachers, folks. I'm going to bring my own benches. The Cowboys brought their own benches right here to Washington Stadium, folks. Cowboys benches in the opposing team stadium, folks. The ultimate subtle flex here, and I love the big dick energy here by Mike McCarthy, folks. He's truly all in on the Cowboys winning this week, guaranteeing the win, bringing the benches after Ron Rivera had to open his mouth. And I'm all about the Cowboys, so we're doing a bonus pick today, folks. I'm taking the Cowboys. Damn, this got bet up all the way to -6. Man, people are loving the bench energy, folks. Big bench energy here by Mike McCarthy. So we're not going to take the Cowboys -6. I don't really love that, but this is what we will take. Let's go to points by team in the first half. All right, here we go. Cowboys points by team in the first half. It's over 13.5 points. We're going to take this one as well. Let's see what we can bet here by the points overall. Let's go to some game. Let's go to quarterback props here. Let's go Dak Prescott over 287 passing yards. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know if I love that either. All right, Vegas, man. Vegas, all right, they've kind of stole all the value right out of our sales, folks. Let's see. Game props. What can we bet? Cowboys over 27.5 points. Man, that's 4 touchdowns. Can they have 4 touchdowns here? Yeah, we'll take it. We're taking Cowboys over 27.5 points. This offense is rolling, folks. They'll get it done this game. CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, that connection better be worked out. We saw it not perfect in their last couple of games here. Must get that rhythm and chemistry truly figured out here. And then once it does, truly, this is going to be one of the best offenses in the entire league. So, still rocking with the Cowboys. I love that flex. I love that card here that Mike McCarthy did by bringing the benches to your division rivals stadium. The ultimate flex right there. So, we are going to take Cowboys over 13.5 points in the first half and the Cowboys over 27.5 points for the entire game. I really think this Cowboys offense gets it done today. Now, unfortunately, Tony Pollard is not going to be playing. Now, that that is a big out here for this Cowboys team, but I'm still loving what they're doing here. They still got Zeke, which is going to be great. You don't have that kind of big take the top off the defense speed with Tony Pollard. That's truly what you're going to be missing here, but I'm still believing in Dak to get it done himself with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, and Ezekiel Elliott with the field to himself eats it up. So still rocking with the Cowboys here, even though Tony Pollard will not be playing. All right, so back to, the game here, Dallas at Washington. We're taking Dallas to win this game because of the benches, folks. Dallas to win, and because they win, they get the 4th seed. But look at this. Wow, hang on. I don't know how this works. With Washington, hang on, was Washington already in? Okay, so I think Washington was the 6th seed, that's why. So Washington drops to the 7th seed, folks, with the loss. We'll see if they get knocked out with the remainder of these games. Next game up here is the Lions and the Broncos, and we're taking the Broncos here. Is this one of our official picks? It is. Broncos -10. Has this line changed any over the last couple of days since we've made our picks on Friday? We get Lions at Broncos, and now it's Broncos -12.5. Man, oh man, y'all have been betting the Broncos here. Right decision. No reason to buy into the Lions, and I really think the mile-high air is truly going to play a big factor in the Lions losing today. So Broncos -10. Love the Broncos here, and let's see, can the Broncos get into the playoffs with just a win today? No, they'll need maybe potentially a little bit of help. We've got the remaining matchups to go over, and so once we pick some losers, we'll see if the Broncos get in. But the Broncos winning alone is not going to be enough. All right, then we get the Giants and the Chargers, and just once again, the Giants just have no chance here. We bet the Chargers -9.5, our official pick, and, now it's at Chargers -9, so y'all are betting the Broncos -10 to -12.5, betting that up, but y'all aren't betting this Chargers game up. Y'all are still trying to stick with the Giants with some points here. I don't know about that. Mike Lennon playing, really? Y'all got faith and believability in Mike Lennon? Chargers at home, expect this to be just a big offensive performance for them. So we're obviously saying the Chargers win, and with the Chargers winning, they stay at the 5th seed. Man, oh man. All right, next game up here, 49ers at the Bengals, and this is going to be a really good game overall. I think this line has been just crawling down a little bit. Let's refresh our page right here to get the up-to-date line, and it's still Bengals +2.5, 49ers -2.5, and I think this one has just been going crazy. When we talked about this one, I think on Thursday and Friday show, it was Bengals -1. Now it's all the way to Bengals +2.5, so man, oh man, y'all are loving the 49ers right here, actively betting them up more, and I think the Bengals with 2.5 points, I think this Bengals defense can get back on track. Jamar Chase had a little bit of a lackluster game against the Chargers, which resulted into an interception and all that, played into that overall game. So Bengals at home, and you get 2.5. I think this is a good game day value. I didn't think it was great value when we talked about it on Thursday, Friday. Bengals, it was either Bengals +1 or -1 at that time, but now on game day here, Bengals being +2.5, I think that's great advantage, a great value you can take advantage of here on a nice bet right before kickoff, 18 minutes away from kickoff, folks. So Bengals +2.5 is truly looking appetizing, folks. Truly looking appetizing. So Bengals at the 49ers. I like the Bengals here, folks. A nice bounce back game. Chargers and Bengals, they bounce back, folks. They are true legit contenders in the AFC, folks. Bengals and the Chargers. So I say the Bengals bounce back here. They were bouncing back in the middle of that game against the Chargers last week. It's just unfortunate the Joe Mixon fumble just took away all that momentum and energy and gave it to the Chargers. But I'm loving the Bengals right here, folks. And we're going to say the Bengals win. And because the Bengals win this week, they go up to the 4th seed. Wow. They get that division lead right there. And claim the 4th seed. So it's going to be a big ol' win right here for the Bengals. So great job to claim that 4th seed with the Bengals with the win today. Big things on the line. I think they take advantage. Alrighty, then we get the Bills at the Bucks here, and man, oh man, we loving the Bucks -3.5. I know a lot of people are saying that the Bills are going to bounce back this week. Colin Cowherd is all over the Bills with the points this week. We don't love it. Still, Bucks -3 is the line. This game might be close, but at the end of the day, I just can't buy this Bills offense. And we know Tom Brady always owns the Bills. This is still a rivalry, folks. This is still basically a Patriots-Bills rivalry because of Tom Brady. He still wants to assert his dominance in the AFC East, folks, whether it's the Patriots now or now the Bills or the Jets or the Dolphins. He still wants to go and destroy that division. So this is still Tom Brady going to be at his best here. He must clean up the turnovers, too many over the last couple of weeks. And they're at home. This Bills on the road, I don't love that. This Bills team hasn't really shown us anything great against the good teams either. They beat the Chiefs. That was the best thing that they've done all season, and that is it. That was their Super Bowl. That's what they played up for. And other than that, they've shown us nothing. And I think after this game, we're all just saying, wow, the Bills are complete frauds. Complete frauds are the Bills at the end of this game. So I'm going to say the Bucks win. And with the Bucks winning this week, let's see what happens. The Bills fall all the way out of the playoffs. The Colts get the 7th seed. And they're on a bye this week. And the Bucks go up to the 2nd seed with the win. So big things on the line between these two teams, and we'll see which one gets ready and gets up to go. I don't know if Josh Allen can get it done in the red zone against his Bucs defense on the road. In this Bills running game, it's going to be, once again, non-existent here. So shut down Josh Allen, you win the game. I'm sure Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles are coming up with the perfect game plan to stop him, and Tom Brady will take advantage of all the turnovers that defense forces for Tom Brady. So not buying into the Bills this week. Not buying into the Bills +3.5 is great value. All right, final two games. Bears at the Packers here, and we're going to say the Packers win. I don't love the spread here, folks. I would truly stay away from betting the spread. A lot of people are taking the Bears plus the points. It was Bears +12.5. It's come all the way down a full point to Bears +11.5. I've seen y'all bet the Bears here. Y'all love this value, and I don't know about it. That's why I'm staying away from it. I told y'all yesterday on the show I would truly stay away from this spread altogether. There's too many emotions heading into this game where Aaron Rodgers has to defend his statement from earlier in this season when they faced the Bears already in Chicago of, hey, I own y'all. Aaron Rodgers has to actively defend that statement, and the Bears have to actively stand up for their fans from that statement. Aaron Rodgers just honestly disrespected, playfully disrespected, the good type of disrespect we like, disrespected the entire Chicago community, fan base, front office, players, all that by saying, I own y'all to the fans, and Chicago must rise to the occasion and make this a competitive game, and honestly needs to kind of win this game to make up for that. So too many emotions at play, could go either way, and we'll stay away from it in totality. Plus Aaron Rodgers with the bad toe could potentially hinder him as well. So we're staying away from the spread. I would highly advise to stay away from the spread as well. It could be a wonky game, folks. We'll take Green Bay just to win it. And with Green Bay winning this game, they get the number 2 seed in the NFC. So Bucks, you better hope for a win and a Green Bay loss if you want to kind of increase your position in the playoffs. And then the last game of the week, the Rams at the Cardinals. And once again, I know this Cardinals team is one of the most consistent teams in the league. The best team according to us in our power rankings. We love this Cardinals team winning with and without Kyler Murray. Shout out to Cliff Kingsbury for keeping a tight ship here in Arizona. And I'm not ready to believe 100% in this Rams team. The offense needs to be way more consistent. Matthew Stafford needs to be consistent as well. And then they've got that OBJ problem. They also don't have Darrell Henderson this week, the running back here for the Rams, so they're going to have to heavily rely on Sony Michel and hope he gives this Rams team all of the production that they truly need. Now, they did just run with 100 yards with, I believe, Sony Michel last week, so hopefully they can keep it up here. But I'm calling the Cardinals here. They get it done at home. They took care of business on the road against the Rams earlier this season, and I believe they get it done again today as well, this game. So we'll say the Cardinals win, and because the Cardinals win, they do keep the number 1 seed in the NFC. So this is what we believe the playoff picture will be heading into Week 15 after Week 14. So here we go. In the AFC, Patriots keep the 1 seed. Titans rise to the 2 seed. Chiefs the 3rd seed. The Bengals the 4th seed. The Ravens the 5th seed. The Chargers the 6th seed. And the Colts get the 7th seed on the bye. And then in the NFC, Cardinals keep the 1 seed. Green Bay keeps the 2 seed. Bucks keep the 3 seed. Dallas keeps the 4 seed. Rams keep the 5th seed. Washington goes to the 6th seed, and the 7th seed belongs to Minnesota. So Washington keeps their place even though they do lose. So the Colts can go out and get it, folks. They can go out and get it. All right. Can we play around with this? Is there any way? Is there any way big teams, any other team can get in here? Let's see. With the Bills, if the Bills win, Bills, get the 6th seed. Ravens fall down to the 7th seed, and the Colts do not get into the playoffs here. If the Broncos lose to the Detroit Lions, Colts are still in the playoffs. If the Chargers lose, we get the Chargers still in the playoffs at the 7th seed, and the Colts rise to the 6th seed. So the Colts truly need a Buffalo Bills win today, or a Bills loss today, to get into the playoffs, and then they can even claim the 6th seed depending on what else happens. So that's the playoffs, folks. Some movement here. Some teams can get in that have not been in, and you still need to win today, folks. Still got to get the win. Alrighty, let's see. We are 10 minutes out here. Let's see. Anything breaking as we were live? Does not appear so. Alright, so last second. Any final bets that we want to place? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 live pre-game bets here that are only going out to, if you're watching live here, pre-game, folks. I'm not going to be able to get these out in time, so hey, if you're listening, take advantage one more time of our best bets on game day. We love Falcons over 9.5 points in the first half. For the Seahawks game, we love them over 13.5 points in the first half. Russell Wilson over 240.5 passing yards. Seahawks over 25.5 points for the entirety of the game. And then for the Cowboys, betting them over 13.5 points in the first half, and the Cowboys over 27.5 points in total for the game. Loving all of those bets here, folks. So that's going to do it for us today, folks. We are 9 minutes out away from kickoff, so we're going to get out of here, upload the show, and then sit back, kick back, and relax for the rest of the day watching all these amazing games and watching the money flow into us, folks. So we'll see you tomorrow, folks, when we break them all down, break all the action down today. Enjoy your day. Hopefully your team wins. Hopefully your team can get in the playoffs. Hopefully you win your fantasy football championship matchup, playoff matchup today, wherever you're at. And hopefully, and most importantly, you make a lot of money. So we're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, folks. We will